Hello everybody and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight I've got a special for you guys. I've decided to put myself up to a challenge in which I put one ship, one American battleship, versus 99 Japanese destroyers. Can we pull off a miracle? Will my computer survive? Let's find out. Go ahead and let the computer do what it does, and then shoot nothing but HE. Look at this ship. All of these are 8-inch guns, triple turrets. We've got a bunch of 7 or 6-inch guns, and then some 4-inch guns, and then the main batteries are 10-inch guns. And we are against 99 enemy destroyers. Now this thing has all of the armor. It is a triple hull boat. It should be able to take a beating. We are expecting lots of opposition from torpedoes. So the hope is that we'll do enough damage quick enough that we'll make a big enough dent in the population of the destroyers that we don't die and we manage to pull off the perfect fight. 1 versus 100. Can we make it a thing? Now the reason it's named the EF-5 Tornado is the EF-5 Tornado is like the finger of God. And to all of these poor Japanese destroyers, that's what this thing is. It is the finger of God. This thing will absolutely wreck anything it hits because destroyers don't have any armor. And this thing has 8-inch guns as the smallest, well, other than the 6-inch and 4-inch guns that are firing as well. 6-inch and 4-inch guns aren't going to do much damage at any sort of range, but they're there because I can put them on. The main players are the 8-inch guns and the 10-inch guns. They are going to be doing all the damage. And so far, we're off to a pretty solid start. But as you can see, the cloud of destroyers is getting closer. It's just a matter of time before we start seeing torpedoes in the water. And when that happens, bad things are going to happen. But we're going to go ahead and speed this up a bit. We'll go ahead and go to 3 times the speed. Because otherwise this will probably take all night. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of death happening out here in this ocean. The sharks are going to eat well tonight. We are slowly turning, but this ship is so heavy and so long. That's what she said. She's girthy. It takes a long time to turn, but as you can see, the front guns are already firing, so it doesn't. They've got really good firing. Whoever designed this ship, I'm not gonna, take all the credit, did a pretty good job. But in all reality, I still don't know if it's going to be enough. Because that cloud is getting ever closer. And the closer they get, the more likely we are to start getting hit by torpedoes. But we are doing a really good job of getting rid of these guys. That's the good news. Oh my god, it's just like watching a minigun. World War II minigun. To engage multiple targets at one time. I was hoping that would be a thing. Glad it's a thing. Now, I don't play this game much. I played a bunch of the challenges before they updated it and gave us a whole bunch of new challenges. about anything and make it a thing. It's just a shame that we can't actually fire these rear guns. Unfortunately, you can't just put barbets anywhere. They have to attach at a certain point on the ship. So you can't just like make all of the rear guns back here higher, because then you would be able to fire all of the guns, and that would be amazing. But so far, my computer hasn't melted. Good start. Now, if you're wondering what my computer actually is, I bought this from iBuyPower, and the parts that I picked to build it, it's got an RTX 2060 as the graphics card. It's got a Intel Core i7 9700K, which is probably the best. It's not the best for video editing, but I wanted bang for my buck, right? I didn't want to spend $5,000 on a computer. I ended up buying this computer for about $1,800. And like I said, it's got a Core i7 9700K with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Probably should have went 32 gigs for it. I've come close to running out of RAM a few times while video editing. But just enough, I think, is what we call it. Just enough. Like I said, I didn't want to spend over $2,000 on this computer, and I managed to hold it under $2,000 and get all of the performance that I need out of it. And to its credit, I mean, I managed to have this thing rendering 4K for 8 hours straight, which was the Spin Tires video that's been uploading for the last 24 plus hours. Actually 25 hours at this point. It's still 18 it's 13 gigabytes. That video took over 8 hours to render. And I didn't overheat. Didn't thermal throttle one time. Not one time in 8 hours did I thermal throttle. My water cooling system pays off. Because it definitely got up there. It was toasty. But it never thermal throttled. It stayed at 4.57 gigahertz the entire time, which is the thermal speed. So that was pretty cool. Or pretty warm, but pretty cool. I think the hottest temperature it got up to was 207 degrees Fahrenheit, which is right there. It's right there, but it only spiked to that once. And then the rest of the time it stayed down to like 198. Which I think is pretty respectable. Considering the load that was on it, it was at 100% load for 8 hours straight and never thermal throttle. That was pretty awesome. And I'm running this at maximum quality with 100 ships in this game, 1 versus 99. All of the shells firing, all the guns firing, and we're not losing that many frames. It's got a decent FPS. I don't know exactly how much at the moment. I don't see it anywhere on the screen. But I'd say it's over 30. So it's probably getting 40 or 50, if not more than that. Looks pretty smooth. Given the fact that we have taken basically no damage up to this point, I'm starting to feel real good about this build. I think we might actually be able to pull this off. We're keeping them at such a distance that they don't have a chance to actually... I haven't seen a single torpedo, so I can only assume that the torpedoes aren't long enough range. I didn't build the destroyers. I just put 199 of them there for the game to but I built this ship. I built the Tornado. Which, by the way, the Tornado harked back to my World of Tanks console days and my M55, which I used to run with the 8-inch gun all the time. There you go. The more you know, right? Just a little bit of a homage or homage, depending on who you're talking to. Oh my god. This is actually pretty ridiculous. These guys have not closed. By the way, I've played this scenario a few times and failed a few times. This is the only time that I've been able to keep these things at this distance. Normally they bomb rush me and I've got ships on all sides of me. So the fact that we're keeping them at this distance is amazing. And another one goes down. I'm not gonna lie, when those guns fire, that is sexy as hell. Is there anything better than a broadside from a multi-cannon? Like, this reminds me of, because there's so many guns going on, reminds me of the old school, like, Age of Sail video. If you remember Assassin's Creed 4, when you got to sail around and you got to go up against the galleons that had 100 guns or whatever, then when those things go off, like, it's so sexy. It's so sexy. And this is giving me those kinds of vibes. Just bringing back 100-gun ships and just allowing it to do what it's gonna do. Just fend off an entire navy. Like, I'm fairly confident that North Korea doesn't even have 90 ships in its navy. Maybe I'm wrong. But this is literally an entire navy for some countries. And they can't get close enough to be within effective range of doing any damage of the ship. Now, I'm sure there are torpedoes somewhere, but they're not here yet. Maybe they're super slow, or maybe they are short range and they just can't get close enough. But they keep sending ships in, and we're killing them so fast that we're able to cycle to the next guy as we reload. And we kill them before they get in range to actually do any significant damage to us. And we're not even burning anymore. Their shells aren't even hitting us to them. And we are just obliterating these guys. This is actually fun to watch. I like this. Can we do it? I initially didn't think it was possible when I came up with this challenge, and then after failing multiple times, I came to the conclusion that I needed main batteries that actually worked. You can't just do it with secondaries because of a serious design flaw in the game. The secondaries act as one unit, so the secondaries can only fire at one target. They don't split firing at multiple targets. So you need main batteries to fire, or at least different size batteries to fire at multiple ships. But we can't gloat yet. This is far from over. There is still an entire navy out there waiting to kill us, and they're not getting any more polite. They're starting to come in numbers, and it's just a race of whether we can kill them fast enough. Basically, can we kill them faster than they can get their torpedoes off? That is the ultimate gamble. Other thing is, are we going to have enough shells to do it? There was only 99 ships. We have thousands of shells. Our 10-inch guns, we only have 375 left, which you would think would be enough. But is it going to be? Will we run out by the end of this fight? Will we survive to the end of it? Well, technically, regardless of whether we win or lose, we're going to survive to the end of the fight, right? Because either we survive or we don't. And even if we die, that's the end of the fight. So technically, we're going to live till the end, regardless. Just whether or not we're victorious or not. And I'm liking my odds. Like, even multiple ship charges like they've been doing are just no effect. We are able to absolutely riddle them faster than they can get close, or faster than they can close the distance, essentially. They just don't have enough range on their torpedoes. But by God, they're trying. And you gotta commend them for it. That's that Japanese warrior spirit that never give up, regardless of the odds. What would be amazing is if each one of these guns could be shot at a different target. That would be amazing. And these guns would be able to fire at targets further back, because they would shoot over top of the guns that are here. But, you know, it is what it is. The game is still in early access. They're constantly updating it. And considering that this game really isn't a big game, like, I think the thing is only like 3 or 4 gigabytes total. Like, that's small in today's games. Like, 3 or 4 gigabytes is tiny for a game. And it actually looks pretty good. It functions really well. The stability is surprisingly well. Being able to fight with 100 ships on one computer that, like I said, isn't set up for gaming. It's set up specifically for video editing. You can see there are a couple that have broke off that are trying to get around us. Captain's doing a pretty good job. He's trying to steer away from it. He's got to keep the distance. If he lets them close the distance, torpedoes are going to start coming in from everywhere. So we've got to maintain distance. The only advantage we have is overwhelming firepower. But I gotta say, I think we're gonna pull it off, and I think we're gonna do so completely undamaged. Well, for the most part. We've got a couple dings, but we have not taken a torpedo hit, and for all of the hits that we've taken, they've been negligible. There's been no damage done to the ship. But as you can see, the list of ships is getting smaller and smaller as time goes by. I think this is actually going to work. I have no idea how. Like, this wasn't even a fight. 99 ships versus 1 battleship, and it wasn't even a fight. That is amazing. I am the best ship designer. U.S. Navy, put me on your list. Let you spend all your money to me, and I will build you ships, or design you ships. Nobody will ever want to fight us again. At least on the water. Just gone. Another detonation. He just exploded. Kapow. We can get the guns all back on, because what's going to happen is, because we're turned away, we're focusing the guy that's closest to us. But because we're turned away, these guys are starting to stretch around, and they're going to flank us. They have the speed advantage. I'm only doing 15 knots. So they have the speed advantage. I just have the firepower advantage and the ability to play standoff. But I need to make sure that my guns can all fire on what I'm shooting at. Now we're firing at 2 different targets again. The main guns are firing in one place, and the secondaries are firing the other. So that's good. We're going back to the targets once again. We're running out of 10-inch shells, guys. We're about to be completely out of main battery shells. Maybe we turn this on to save. Because the distance, the main battery is so inaccurate right now, and we don't have that many shells left. As you can see, the turn that we performed, it takes so long to turn this thing that you have to turn it. Like, you have to get it turning. Because these guys flanking would have been behind us by now. But because we were able to get this thing turning, now all of our guns can still fire. So if these guys get close enough to be the next target, they will be focused by all of our guns. Down below 5,000 rounds of 8-inch guns. Still have 3,800 in the 6 inches. And we are still absolutely decimating everything we hit. Do that. We're going to let them rip. Let the 10-inch guns rip. I just got hit with the 10. The 10-inch gun just decimated that guy. Holy crap. I didn't think they'd hit on their first shot. Considering they have a 1.9% accuracy right now. As you can see, the secondaries are starting to figure out that this guy's the threat. Wait for it. Oh, that's the 10-inch guns firing at him. That was your warning shot, bud. You're almost sunk. Probably a good time to pull off. Right. Go back to allowing the captain to take back over steering. Now that I'm pretty confident we're not going to get obliterated. It's not going to get flanked anyway. I still have no idea how many ships are out there. There's a lot of them. Definitely going to run out of 10-inch guns. That's going to be a thing. But I don't think we're in any danger of running out of 8-inch guns because they're killing things. There's so many of them. There's so many shells that I don't think we're going to run out of them. We're definitely going to run out of the 10-inch guns. So the bow guns are not going to be able to fire anymore. 90 rounds left in the front gun. God, it's so sexy when they fire them. I know we're sped up so it looks cooler, but seriously. Go ahead and speed it up some more. I don't want this video to take a year and a half. This is pretty entertaining. I like this. And if you guys want to see more custom scenarios, if you want to recommend a custom scenario, now keep in mind for custom scenarios, I can only build one of the ships. Okay, so keep that in mind. And you can build multiples of them, but you can only design one of the ships. The game will take over the rest. Like, I couldn't design the... And we're completely out of ammo for the front guns. So now all we have is the secondaries. And I feel pretty confident that we're going to win. So confident, in fact, I'm gonna take back over and just steer right towards them. Because at this rate, I don't think that they can do any damage, even if they did get their torpedoes off. Let's do a real time real quick. One salvo of just real time firing of those 8-inch. That the shells are actually able to, they're reloading the guns and getting the second salvo in the air before those shells actually impact the target. Do it. At this point, I know we're going to win. Unless something devastating happens, like one lucky torpedo detonates us, which would be absolutely insane. right now, every crew member on this ship is like, Captain, what are you doing? They still outnumber us. Why would you want to get closer? You gotta have a challenge. Gone. That was a beautiful thing. Down he goes. The Kamikaze's gone. Back to the control of the captain. Are they going to be able to sink him? Come on. He's turning back. He screwed himself. If he'd have kept going, he'd have had a chance. But because he's turned back, now he's going to get focused by even more guns. And he's not long for this world. That the high explosive is actually causing so much flooding. It makes sense. I mean, these are 8-inch guns, so they're 203 millimeters, and so when that hits the side of these lightly armored ships, it's just ripping holes in the side, blowing whole sections of the ship out. And he's gone. I can't believe we didn't take a single torpedo from any of them. One thing's for sure, my computer is definitely working. I haven't heard the fans kick on this hard, ever. So, apparently, multiple 100 ship engagements in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts while recording is less than ideal for this computer. But, to its credit, it's held up. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. Never had a chance. Gone. Right now, all I can think of is Fast and Furious when Paul Walker runs up to Vin Diesel. I almost had you, man. I almost had you. Vin's like, you never had me. You never had your car. That's what this fight was. It's just completely one-sided, which was so uncharacteristic of how the other videos, or how the other fights went. The other fights, these things swarmed me in a heartbeat, and it was just torpedo after torpedo, and eventually this thing did sink. Now, it takes a lot of them with it, but it did sink. But this one, apparently with those main batteries that were firing and the extra small secondaries, the fact that it's engaging multiple ships at one time for most of the first part of the fight means that it was able to pull this off, and now there are only 3 ships left. One of them's about to die. Down he goes. That's what it looks like when you're on the receiving end. Oh my god! Oh! that going to be the shot? Nope, but that one is. Oh god, we're next. Run! Play sunshine. It's game over. We've managed to pull off the impossible. Battle 1 play again? No, I think we're done. So there you have it, guys. 1900 tech. I know, they were old. Maybe we can bump that up and see what happens. But that's all we're going to have for this video. It's been long enough. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. I know it's something different. Probably isn't the most entertaining thing to watch. But if you guys got any ideas for other engagements or other things, and there are other countries as well. There's United States, Russia, Italy, Austro-Hungary, Spanish Empire, Chinese Empire, British, French, German. So if you guys want to see battles, let me know what you guys want to see, and we'll try to make it happen. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.